everybody. So today's video is going to be outlining all the parts that I have received. So I tried to go ahead and order everything I thought that I would need as I was putting everything back together. And since I was going to have so many things apart and out of the engine bay, I would go ahead and refresh some things like some of the radiator hoses, and I'll go ahead and put in a new water pump and things like that. So I went ahead and just got all 8 valves and the seals and guides and everything that it's going to require, just so that's all new and fresh. And I'm going to take that to a machine shop, have them clean it, take out all the old valves and put the new ones in. And hopefully after all that is done, I'll have the engine nice and solid and it'll be running good again. And then we're on to the next phases. So upon trying to start it the last few times, I have noticed that I don't have a clutch pedal anymore. So I think that some of the fluid has leaked out, or I've got some air in the lines or something. And I have noticed I've got some fluid dripping down from the brake booster area. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I'll record that in a different video sometime soon. But let's take a look and see at all these parts that we got in. All right, here's the inventory. Let's check it out. We've got a new power steering belt. I've got a power steering hardware mount kit. Previously, my power steering pump was, I think this shorter spacer here was actually several washers stacked up, and I'm not going to go back to that. I'm going to go back to the way it was meant by Porsche. That's kind of one thing I've promised myself with all these repairs. I'm going to do my best to go back to exactly the way it was meant to be. Also over here I've got these banjo bolts, I think they're called, that mounts the power steering hoses. Got a couple new copper rings, or reusing some of them. The smash rings, I think they're called, smash washers, whatever. So, and previously, before I started video documenting all this, I rebuilt the power steering pump, by just getting one of those kits to reseal it with. So that's already done, and I'll be installing that and I'll record that. Here is the new water pump and the gaskets and stuff to go with it. See, down here we've got one of our radiator hoses and a thermostat. We'll scoot over here. We've got some more radiator hoses. We've got the big one, the skinny one, little tiny guy. Got some real nice stuff in here. This is gonna be our head. There's our head nuts. We got some valve seals. Got some valve guides and everything that I need for the valves that I can give to the machine shop when they do the head. I've also got my 4 intake valves and my 4 exhaust valves. I'm just going to go ahead and have them replace all of them while they're doing it. So that'll be nice and fresh. And here is my gasket kit. I've got head gasket, the cam tower gasket. I've got looks like some cam seals, and I think this is throttle body seals, even though I already replaced that. I think this might be the cam seal. I might be mistaken though. Here's I think this is the airflow meter gasket. exhaust manifold, intake manifold, every kind of gasket all came in this one kit. It's really nice. And actually some extra valve stem seals. If anybody's in dire need of a set of these, hit me up. I can probably hook you up. I got 2 sets of them now. I didn't realize that this kit came with a set. And I'll probably end up needing a few more things, but that's all the major stuff that I could think of that I needed. And we'll get this. I'm gonna try and get the firewall and a lot of this stuff cleaned up as I'm tearing it down and have it down to the block. I'm gonna try and get some stuff cleaned up. But the last couple times I tried to start it, I noticed that I didn't have a clutch pedal. The pedal went all the way to the floor, and then I pulled it back up manually, and then it just is rock hard now, won't go back down. So I think there's some air in the lines, and I noticed I've got a lot of corrosion and leaking going here at the brake booster. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that runs the clutch lines as well. So if I am mistaken, please let me know. But I think that is my problem, so I'm gonna have to address that. And haven't even looked into it, haven't dug into it, so I'll probably do some research and make a video about that. But next up is going to be tearing everything down, so I'll document that and post it for you guys. And as always, you know, if you have any suggestions, I'm always glad to hear an easier or better way to do things. So I sure do appreciate it. But also, as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share.